What is up, my friends? Welcome back to another video. Today I have a little response video for Mario Contino. Now, recent days I was enjoying my extended Independence Day weekend. I wasn't really going to make a video up until I saw Mario Contino's video, the long anticipated OneWheelGT review by Mario Contino. Now, so this is basically a reaction video to the 5 paragraphs that he had written as a commenter on my video, which was kind of like a response video to his review, somewhat. It wasn't actually directly, directed at him. I was more triggered to make the video because of like some of the stuff that I saw in the comment section. And I also categorized Mario with a bunch of other YouTubers that we'll get into his classification very shortly. But first, let me just go out and say that I'm a huge fan of his channel, Mario's channel. When I first started riding my one wheel, when I first discovered the one wheel, he was one of the first channels I found. Him, along with Jimmy Chang, two of the best one wheel YouTube creators. They put content out there that stands the test of time. Really good stuff. Whereas other, a lot of other creators are like one-hit wonders when it comes to reviewing the one wheel or covering one wheel coverage. I love digesting PEV material. I'm a big fan of personal electric vehicles. So I just want to say that I enjoy his channel. I'm a huge fan of Mario Contino. I binge watched every episode. I've seen it all. So now, after watching his videos after all these years, it kind of becomes difficult to bullshit the audience, you know what I mean? And that's how I take it. I'm the audience. I'm a viewer of his channel. I'm a fan of his channel, and I just want to call out some bullshit of his. And let's get into the comment that he wrote. Now, when I made my video, it wasn't directed at him. I didn't use his name. It was just my criticism, my opinions, the same way he's opinionated on the OneWheelGT, and and when he reviews other stuff, like he's got a right to his own opinion, the same as mine. So he left a rather passive-aggressive comment, on my video. When I digested his video, I didn't leave any passive-aggressive, comments on his video, just to let you guys know this. All right, so here we go. Pinned, Mario Contino. Considering the comment you left on my video and the things you're saying here, I can only assume that I'm one of the channels you're talking about. The others being The Float Life and Jake Leary, given that they've been critical of the GT. To begin with, that seems disingenuous since you also said that you want to support the aftermarket, yet here you are flat out saying that those channels are saying negative things because they just want to sell you parts for the XR. I'm sorry, but Future Motion doesn't like the aftermarket. You can ignore it. All right, let me just stop right there. Let's address, this is a long paragraph here. The most critical reviewers of the OneWheelGT are the channels that tinker with one wheels, the ones that like to take them apart, put them back together, 3D print accessories, sell the viewers parts. They have their own separate businesses tied to the one wheel. They own repair shops. They want to invent drop kits for your XR. So of course, now this is just my opinion. He took offense to this. I didn't even use his name. I was implying, I only spent maybe like 60 seconds implying that it's possible that these creators are biased in their reviews because they have their own agenda. Why would someone that wants to sell you mods or create a VESC board, basically building a board from scratch and showing it off on your channel, you even said that yourself.
Build series, where I take salvaged parts and some new aftermarket parts and cobble together an open source based, VESC based, one wheel XR-ish type thing. And so I'm going to take you from top to bottom of that.
Stay tuned for your builds, right? Maybe even sell them. I mean, you have something in it for you as to why you shouldn't put out a great GT review. There's nothing in it for you. You're just following the narrative that other YouTubers have said. Oh, the GT is garbage. Just buy a used XR. Don't support the company. You even said they're legal thugs.
So if you're not a fan of things like legal thuggery and suing...
Why are they legal thugs? They're legal thugs because if you unplug your OneWheelGT, if you fuck with your OneWheelGT, it's fucking rendered useless. They don't want you tinkering with the thing, so therefore it's garbage. It's trash. If there's nothing in it for you to give the OneWheelGT a great review, you nitpick it apart. I knew this was coming. I knew your review was going to be an edgy one, which is fine. It's not really edgy. I'm being edgy, calling you out. See, the difference between me and you is, you said you say in your comment that you do good for yourself. We'll get to that. I do good for myself too. I don't need any income from YouTube. I do good on the outside. I have businesses. I have a great job. I have a pension already, and I get to collect and still work. I'm doing good too. Thank you, by the way. I don't need YouTube to sell my viewers anything. Okay? It seems like you have, a business, and YouTube is great. You put out amazing, excellent videos. I love your videos. Okay? Watching some of your rides, circling around in Queens, it brings back memories of when I was a kid. I grew up in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? So, and you always have good context in your videos. You always have great discussions, but this time around, your GT review is kind of bullshit, all right? You have the right to your opinion to say that the tires are trash.
Well, the tire that they went with and will now sell to you is garbage.
The foot pads are garbage. But let's face it, a stock XR versus a stock GT, right? You say the XR is better. Come on, man. Who are you trying to kid here?
Garbage.
I'm not the only one that thinks you're full of shit. I mean, you could go to your own comment section. So obviously, the viewers aren't stupid. They're thinking what I'm thinking. Like, you want to build all these, these trinkets in your house. You can't take the GT apart, therefore it sucks. Sorry. The legal thugs have legal rights to their patents until it expires. They invented something, and they're protected in the United States of America from other people, reverse engineering and stealing their stuff. They're protected legally, so you can call them legal thugs because you're not allowed to unplug it and tinker with it and possibly burn your house down and your neighbors along with it. Being in Queens, I'm sure your houses are right on top of each other. Fuck. I'm not saying you're gonna. I mean, it's a far-fetched, but you know, and I know, how those lithium batteries can go up in flames. I probably learned that from you. I learned a lot from watching your channel. All right, so let's continue reading on here. I spent a lot of time with the first paragraph. Right here, you're saying I'm disingenuous. Well, in my opinion, you sound disingenuous. You're the one with the biased review here. You also said that you want to support the aftermarket. If those of you who follow the channel know, I support the aftermarket because I review a lot of aftermarket products, from the XR to the GT. And if you're comparing a stock XR and a stock GT, are you kidding me to say, who are you trying to kid to say that the XR is better than the GT? When they're both, when the XR came out, it was around the similar price to the GT now. The GT is so much more improved. And for you to say that, the XR is better, come on, man.
From that, in my opinion, the rest of the board in terms of quality and serviceability is inferior to the prior flagship, the One-Wheel XR.
You spent a lot of time on your review saying, reminding us that Future Motion doesn't like the aftermarket. Now, you say you can ignore it, meaning I can ignore it, but that's the reality. They've sent C&D letters to so many companies, sued others at strategic times to make sure that they lose the maximum amount of money, and then lied publicly about it. If that's what you support, then just say it. Be honest. All right, so there you go. You're like kind of like bullying me there in that sentence. Since I don't agree with you, I support the enemy, I guess. I support a company that has legal rights to protect their patents. Big deal. Sorry. All the big companies do that. Apple, Tesla. I can go down the line. Computer technology, software, hardware. It's patented for a certain amount of time. So you're like trying to vilify me in that in that comment right there.
Garbage.
If that's what you support, then just say it. Be honest. I guarantee you, if you sat down with the president of One Wheel and had him explain his side of the story, his side of this war that he has to fight, maybe you'd have a little understanding. I mean, you seem to understand how entrepreneurship works, right? You know, free capitalism, starting an American company these days, it should be, it's a precious thing. And, here we are, you guys, cannibalizing, riding the train. Let's cancel fucking Future Motion, because I can't take my GT apart. Fuck them. The fucking legal thugs, right? That's what we do here in America. We just consume each other. Meanwhile, you have China coming in, buying our natural resources, buying our banks, buying our geography, buying land, buying businesses. But yeah, we're too busy eating each other up to notice that. Fucking savages, man. Everyone's in it for their own ideals, man. Okay, let's move on to another paragraph here. There are many parts of this response that are simply untrue. You're hiding behind the word hate because it's easy. It's grade school level meme type stuff. And nowhere in this video have you cited where my criticisms of the product were incorrect. So, like I said earlier, I wasn't directly, doing a criticism on your video. My video was vague. It wasn't directed at one person, but you took direct aim at you. You felt like I directly went after you. I mean, if the shoe fits, wear it, I guess. Maybe you're a little guilty here. I don't know. You seem very aggressive here. I haven't seen anyone else, attack me in the comment section. I thought for sure I was gonna get some backlash in the comment section, but there was not a single person aside from you that said otherwise. Everyone kind of agreed or didn't comment at all. You're saying I'm hiding behind the word hate. Now, hate, according to you,
garbage.
Grade school level meme type stuff. Just go to your comment section and you'll see the hate I'm talking about. It's just like, hate. Like when, the Dallas Cowboys, the New York Yankees, two of the most successful sports franchises, they have haters. People, hate on their success. And then you have fans that hate too. They're just never satisfied. You have the Yankees go ahead and spend $200 million and it's not enough for them. So that's the word hate. Like, I didn't invent it. These are what modern society's man babies, this is how they behave. They act like what you said. Grade school level meme type stuff. But this is your modern man that was born in the mid-90s to the present. These are your whining bitches that we have as men these days. So let me give you an example of a hater. I'll pull it right out of your comment section. Now I'm gonna read it the way I thought it sounded, okay? You tell me this doesn't sound like a fucking nut job. People that watch your shit. It also doesn't hurt when you have another YouTube narcissist in Louis Rossman, another New Yorker, crazy fucking New Yorker, shitting on Future Motion, company with millions of subscribers to influence, millions of sheep to influence, So you get a lot of those fuckers, commenting on your channel, hating, like I just said, hating, bunch of man babies. I'm going to give you an example of a hater comment from your comment section. You had Louis Rossman had to recall a video and apologize because he got shit wrong, just running his mouth carelessly, shaming a company like Future Motion, a small little company, picking on a small little garage, Santa Cruz, California company, American company. This fucking guy goes balls to the wall attacking the company with his 2 million subscriber influence. What a piece of shit. I like Louis Rossman, but that's a fucking dickbag move. Like I said, it's just America. America fucking gotta cannibalize each other. Survival of the fittest. Step on the other guy and move forward. Here we go. I'm gonna read a hater comment right from your comment section. I both admire and respect Mr. Contino. Having said that, I want to tell anyone considering buying a One Wheel, whether that be a GT, a Pint, or a Pint X, don't! Future Motion does not have your best interest in mind. They are the worst company. If you bought a board, and heaven forbid you have an issue with that board, Future Motion will go out of their way not to help you. That's right. I have purchased 3 boards, and each one had an issue. My XR almost killed me! More times than I can count, that fucking murrin' board. I called them after my first ride to the amount of times it would shut off, and it took 4 months to finally get them to honor their warranty. Not only did they not fix the issues, they stole my stock bumpers and then blocked my phone number. You believe that? To make matters worse, they did away with the XR, so I was stuck with $2,300 lemon. Do not buy from them. Fucking. I had a bad experience with Future Motion. Therefore, don't you buy anything from them. They're the worst. I said so. This fucking authoritarian fucking takeover, man. Holy shit. Sick fuck. From your channels, from your comment section. I mean, you can find a whole bunch of these fucking nut jobs, commenting on in your video, man. Let's continue on with this fucking comment by Mario Contino.
Garbage.
And nowhere in this video have you cited where my criticisms on the product were incorrect. You said everything was trash.
Garbage.
Everything's garbage. Everything's not good. The OneWheelGT works. That's your review. After 30 fucking minutes of bullshit. What is it for me to critique? Alright, let's continue. Everyone else's experience, blah, 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 blah. Create a false picture of Eddie. Alright, so you're saying I created a false picture of everything else. Hey, people can watch your video, then watch my video, and they can take what they want. Like I said, you're allowed to have an opinion. I'm allowed to have an opinion. And the viewer can decide for themselves what conclusion they want to draw from it. You want to bash on Future Motion and the OneWheelGT? Maybe be a little biased? I'm free to bash on your critiques. It's a free country, right? I'm not doing anything wrong.
Garbage.
So here we go. It sounds like you're saying that since I run a repair shop, that I have a vested interest in more people having XRs so I can service them and sell them upgrades. In reality, I haven't worked on a one wheel since February, and that was a favor for a local who was left in the lurch by Future Motion. He got screwed. I helped him out for $20 over the price of parts and materials. I only work on e-skates and scooters because those companies aren't trash. Right, so One Wheel is trash because they won't let you fuck with their boards, so therefore they are trash.
Garbage.
There are tinkerers like you that hate the GT because they can't take the fucking thing apart like a Lego toy. Like you guys like to rip the shit apart, put it back together, and then make videos, right? So you can't do that. You hate Future Motion. There are the majority of guys like us that just want to step on the OneWheelGT and fucking just fly and enjoy ourselves. The stoked life, right? Don't give a shit about the politics and the policies of the OneWheelGT. If I have a problem, I've talked to them in the past. They answer the phone. Got a problem, they help me. Oh, my board's not working, whatever. I put it in the box, mail it to California. I'll survive for a couple of weeks. I'll get the fucking board back, and I'll be on my way. Boo-hoo! It's a brand new company. Brand new stinking little company. It's only been around for several years. Okay, it gives them a chance to fucking build some things up, but they ain't gonna go nowhere if fucking animals like you trying to fucking shit on them every chance they get, man. Just because you can't take apart the board. Come on, man. Come on. Like I said, I mean, you guys can classify yourselves. You guys are the tinkerers. You don't like it. You can't take it apart. I get it. Then there's the guys that just like to ride them and they don't give a shit about taking it apart, aside from changing their bumpers, okay, or in a tire. Like, come on. Do you not understand where I'm coming from? My point about the tire is that they're inconsistent. Can I refute that? Now, when I talked about the tire, you're comparing, maybe 1 out of 100 tires being bad. You're saying, the way you were generalizing the tire, saying that every one-wheel tire, is trash. I mean, it's cheap, it's trash. I mean, how biased do you sound right now? I think my tire is great. It was a huge upgrade over the stock boxy Vega tire. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It's so biased. You don't even realize how biased you come off. You get a different type of review coming from a YouTuber that doesn't tweak or take things apart. All they do is talk about how great the GT is, you know. And granted, you have some YouTubers, you know, that they have genuine, you know, problems, and you know they've showcased, you know, the overheating and the ghost rides. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a small percentage of mishaps. You know, even car manufacturers, you know, there's going to be a lemon every 100 cars or so, every 1,000. You know, there's just going to be problems. You know, and these one wheels are built by hand. You know, they don't come off a robotic assembly line, so there's more room for error. Or you don't like Future Motion, you know, get on the trotter, right? The GT sucks. Go hop on a trotter.
Garbage.
Your tire is fine, and I'm glad for that. Many tires are not. Many means greater than some. That's the majority. Many tires, or the majority of tires that come off the assembly line for Future Motion, the OneWheelGT tires, they are trash, or they are wobbly, okay? Now, I'll play my video when I talked about the wobbly tire. As far as wobbly tires, I just laugh whenever I read a comment or hear a YouTuber say, "Oh, the OneWheelGT is so squirrely." I mean, do you see me wobbling as you watch my ride here? Do you see me wobble whatsoever? I was generalizing that the masses are not going to have a wobbly tire, and 9 out of 10 times it's the new rider that talks about a squirrely tire. I remember watching One Wheel XR videos years ago that they were talking about a squirrely tire, squirrely friggin' one wheel, okay? Because it's squirrely, but it's wobbly because you're a new rider and you got to build up your core strength and whatnot. I just said that in the video. And you say it's kind of gross for you to laugh and dismiss the real experience of others because your single experience is good. Hey, if I'm reviewing a product, I can only go by my experience. I'd be bullshitting you if I'm generalizing, you know, other people's and their experiences. I was just talking about my experiences the same way you're opinionated about your experience. So how am I gross? You're fucking gross. I mean, what the hell's wrong with you? I'm gross to express I wasn't, you know, you're making accusations here and you look stupid. Your writing videos speak for themselves. You do just fine. I do fine too. Thank you very much. All right, so you go on to say you've been riding since fall of 2018. I ride every day on different one wheels, e-skates, and push boards. My riding videos speak for themselves. I do just fine. So do other seasoned riders. If you think that my video is incorrect and you think that I'm lying about the GT, rather than bicker and you throw out useless phrases like XR fanboy, why don't we have a real honest discussion in good faith? You're on Long Island, I'm 4 blocks from the border in Queens, just off the LIE. It would be great if you reached out and we discussed where our opinions diverge and what the disconnect here is with how you view what I believe is valid criticism of a very expensive product. Yes, it's a very expensive product, and I don't think you actually want to like hang out with me and talk about our problem, our disconnect here. I mean, you're welcome. You know, I can meet you, but last year I contacted you on Instagram and you said you were you're busy. You get back to me. I don't know, but you've been riding since 2018. I've been riding since 2021. So how about this?
That's right.
You can tinker with your One Wheel XR, make it stock again, right? And I'll take my stock GT and we'll go to the trails. We'll go to Hempstead Lake. It's local, and we'll race. Go a 3-mile track. We'll race it. We'll time each other. You can ride your XR with your superior XR, stock XR, and I'll ride my inferior, trash, shitty,
garbage
OneWheelGT, and we'll see how each other does. We'll see how it fares. I don't know. I'm just fucking around, but I'm just sharing my opinions. You just come off as a little biased in my opinion, and if you don't have to agree with me, like I said, the viewers can decide for themselves. I'm not trying to throw any accusations out of you. I'm just calling a spade a spade. It's what I see, and that's what others see too. It's not just me. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I really got. Until next time, peace out.